Pacific Northwest, there is a special and hateful place these two schools have for each other in their hearts. From Jake Browning's point or Kenny Wheaton running back to score, this game has had plenty of moments, and maybe we'll get another classic in this one. On the banks of Lake Washington, it's Husky Stadium. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Washington Huskies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sideline, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
I caught up with the Ducks head coach before the game. Coach said his message to the team this week is we have got to play every single game like it's a playoff game. They have done well in the conference so far, and he wants to continue that dominance, but consistency is the key. He keeps telling his team we just have to go 1-0 this week to keep that consistent approach going. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Ducks will kick off first, and here we go. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Wide receiver comes in motion. Breaks into the open. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Huskies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll give it to Washington. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. If you've made it this far, the dream is within reach. The question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Throwing, Williams. Complete. Spins away from one. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know,
snags it, and there's running room. He's at the all the way. Touchdown, Huskies. Fast start for the offense. Points on the board already.
And the coaches talked to us this week of how important it was to getting out to a fast start, and that was the key to winning the game. The offense definitely took that message to heart.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. On the return, it's Bear. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Give to the back. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Everything kind of falls into place when he gets the football and the ground game gets going. And I think when you play a rivalry game with emotion, with passion, like settle everybody in, run the football, and be more physical.
Makes a catch. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both. Looking to take a shot. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. Got some room to run. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it and you can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Washington right back to the line. Keep it on the ground. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And that's a nice run by the running back. And I tell you what, man, these rivalry games, a lot of times they're decided by who can run the football, who can exert their will, be more physical, because there's so much emotion that goes into it. And going back to last year, like this game was so close, so tight. So what's going to be the difference? A lot of times, man, it's the physicality and the run game.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Here's Williams to throw. Makes the grab on the left. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Here's a give to Washington. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Play fake, Williams. Still looking to his right. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, they're showing run to the left. They're trying to go bootleg back to the right, but you're seeing the speed defensively, sideline to sideline. They do such a good job in pursuit. It's going to be hard for this offense, I think, to use their speed in the misdirection game going to the perimeter.
It's 3rd and 5. Pulls it. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Looking to move the chains. Washington now on 4th down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. They'll go with Washington. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Man, I'm 4th and 2. I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the first down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. Williams to the end zone and is picked off. Touchdown, Ducks! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And there's something you don't see often, a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get at minimum tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Play action with Williams. He turns that loose down the right side. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Here's a give to Washington. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Williams. The quick game. Oh, he's got some space. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Husky. How about that shot into the end zone? And he makes the grab for the score. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. He'll bring it out. It's Bear. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. This offense is so deep in the hole, it looks like the end zone's at the end of the earth. Running behind that left side. At the 20, he's got space. Found the seam on the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. They'll go play action with Moore. Moves to his right. He'll try to do it himself. He's got it down the field. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. So that'll cost them a down, 2nd and long after the illegal forward pass. Dante Moore. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And defensive coaches talk about it all the time, winning first down. And what that does for a defense, they win first down, they force 2nd and long, they're ready for it. Nice job rushing the passer, getting the sack, and now putting them in an even more predictable situation, 3rd and forever. Great job by this defense.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. Caught. They make the tackle, and it's short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave them. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
And the Ducks decide to punt it away. He's going to have to strike this ball well in the face of this howling wind. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week.
Really nice job there by the punter on that one, getting a lot of hang time and allowing the Gunners to get down the field so they could play it off the bounce, down it. Nice coffin corner kick.
Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Williams. They'll run the screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
Man, you gotta love the safety's eyes on that play. He didn't get lost. He didn't get enamored with everything that was going on in front of him, playing pass down the field. He locked eyes on that running back, saw the screen develop, comes upfield, makes the play, makes the sound tackle.
So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Push is ahead. He's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for Washington. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Here's Williams to throw. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. He just terrorized his quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
Going for the big play. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Moore will throw. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the whistle blows as they bring out the trainers to have a look at an injured Duck. And that is their Heisman Trophy candidate quarterback who is down this late in the season. So many hopes riding on him. We'll have Holly check on his status. Here's Raiola to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Couldn't set his feet.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola on third down. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Ducks will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Washington. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. For decades, Washington dominated this rivalry. Then 1994, and the pick by Kenny Wheaton took it to the house. And since that moment, this rivalry has been on.
It's been so much fun to watch. For years, it had conference championship implications. We've seen Heisman Trophy implications in this one. More recently, college football playoff implications as well. Always fun when these two teams get together.
And it doesn't matter what conference they're in. We're always watching this matchup. All eyes are on this match. They don't like each other. A lot of animosity. The coaches don't like each other. The players don't like each other. This is going to be a great ball game.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
The Ducks signal for their first timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Washington sends out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Quick give. Turning it on. Got the first down. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown Ducks! He got loose and it was lights out after that. You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
And the returner will be knocked down.
Kick returners just have to do a better job knowing where they are on the field and what the situation is. That's a ball you got to let go through the end zone. That's a touchback. Instead, you're trying to be the hero, and now you've done yourself more harm than good. The offense starting in terrible field position.
Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. They'll start on the ground with Washington. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down.
Defense is about firing off.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. This offense has it with really good field position. Here's Moore to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Moore to the air. They're all over him. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Knocked out of bounds and sticking with that running game as they get deeper in the red zone. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Hold on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see what's up with that. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We begin our coverage with Alabama taking on the Auburn Tigers. And it's the Crimson Tide looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Throwing Moore. Out wide left, it's Moore. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Moving the pocket, it's Raiola. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
Long way to go on second down. They'll run it. There he goes. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
I can imagine at half, this defense was like, all right, we've got to stop the running game. He's gotten too many yards. What do they do on the first drive now? They give him the football, and he makes another big gain. This defense has to find some answers. They got to wrap him up. They got to get him on the ground. They can't keep getting gashed.
Here's Raiola to throw. Back's got it on the screen. At the 35, he's open. There he goes. The 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oregon.
Yeah, that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's pass. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. The returner will field it and bring it back. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Husky's offense out there and ready to go. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. From the gun. And they swarm him under.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat
on. Williams from the gun on third down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. On the return. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. Throwing Raiola. Waste no time, going deep. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. They'll take the penalty and move them back. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. On the play fake, Dylan Raiola. He's got him in the flat. Breaks into the open. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football. He's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in the
deep shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. And if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Working the ground game. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Raiola. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes with the return. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Williams rushes on, and down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's third down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up 4th and short, and you've got to think on offense.
Oh, the fake, the up man looking for room. He's not going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs. The fake doesn't work.
Well, they thought they had the look they wanted for a fake punt there, but the defense was just way too alert. Give them credit for getting the stop, and now they set their offense up in great field position.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Here's Raiola to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass. It's Raiola. Setting up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in.
Got it! And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Stopped in his tracks and now have to try it again.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB design run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front. Guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying to barge in. Touchdown, Ducks! And the beatdown has ensued. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game and give him 16 on the year. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And the extra point is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Left side is Washington. Breaks free, and he might be gone. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down.
Here we go, ready? Where did he go?
Williams. Rush right in his face. Maybe tried to baby that one in there.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Back's got it on the screen. Turning it on! Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down.
Hey, take it.
Quarterback changing the play.
Ready, go.
4th down, Williams. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play in. You've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Oh, and he wants to throw it. It'll fall incomplete. A little creativity on 1st down, but it doesn't work. It'll be 2nd down. Bunch formation for these receivers. Here's Raiola to throw. Got a man. It's Moore. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Escapes the pressure going right. He'll pull it down. Quarterback gets the 1st down and more. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Finds the tight end. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The corners are walked up tight. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Throwing Raiola. Under pressure. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
I tell you what, when you get inside the 3, I think your tendency is to run the football, run the football, run the football. The offense, try to change it up a little bit, maybe try to throw it. I don't like it, and obviously it didn't work, but at least you got a few more downs here to try to make up for it.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Oregon! The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
And the defense is good with that. Get pressure on the quarterback, get him outside the pocket. You know it's a passing situation. Play half the field now. This defense is in a good spot, and you can tell they're ready to rush this quarterback.
For the 1st down. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Out wide left, it's Washington. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another 1st down. Throwing, Williams. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play.
Here we go. Ready? Red 18. Red 18. Ready to go.
Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover.
Ready. Red 54. Red to go.
Williams looking for a man. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Washington sends out the punt team. Trying to make one miss. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous.
Snags it and he's open. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion. And the Ducks want to crank the tempo.
And that's a 1st down.
Raiola. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And man, that is a huge play for the defense because they had to stop the bleeding. On the very last play, they gave up an explosive one, and all of a sudden it feels like the defense is on their heels. But what a great job in an individual effort, winning up front, getting around the block, and getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play.
Hauls it in. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a 1st down in the red zone. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup, and a lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run him that much, or you don't feel comfortable with.
And it's picked off at the goal line. Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Gives them a little breathing room, picks up 5 and gets it to the 7-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here we go. Ready? Flag 14. Flag 14. Spider over. Spider over. Go, go.
Here's a give to Washington. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
Here's Williams to throw. Fires to the tight end. Across it. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And that's perfect for this offense. Backed up towards your own end zone, make a play to create space, get some momentum going on this drive. Just what the offense needed to start this thing.
Well, you talk about getting out of jail free. They changed that field position in a heartbeat, and now they're ready to roll. Oh, pressure's coming. And it's a sack.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
Ready? White 29. White 29. Fellas, Liz. Go.
Williams. Look out. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And they'll take over first and 10.
So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Sends it back in motion. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back.
Sweep. Ready? Booster. Go.
Play action, Dylan Raiola. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And he's been the go-to guy all year long. Like, he's in the top 5 in all of college football in receiving yards for a reason. They're going to find him because he's always open, making plays. This dude has been unbelievable.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Williams on the play fake. Here comes the heat. Trying to get rid of it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Blasted as he lets it go. Left side is Ship. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin. Then how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense, still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
Second and long here. Here's Raiola to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it way down the field. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Ducks are in the hurry-up. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Throws to the wideout. Picked off to stop the threat. Bringing it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. He's changing the play. Williams. Buying time to his right. Here's a throw downfield late. And the pass is incomplete, and that's going to be the final play as this game is over. So Oregon gets the victory in its blood feud against Washington, and you best believe this one is going to stick with the men in purple for quite a while. That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.